different exponents. How to expand this? We have to learn. In this chapter, we have to learn how to expand a binomial expansion. Means the topic is binomial theorem. Topic is binomial theorem. As I told, binomial means two. Binomial means two. So we have to expand. Suppose I am having this a plus b. It is a binomial. A plus b is a binomial, and starting with its exponent 0, or a plus b exponent 1, or we have a plus b exponent 2, a plus b exponent 3, and so on. So we have to learn how to expand, a plus b whole to the power 0 means it is simply 1. Any number having exponent 0 is equal to 1. A plus b having power 1, this is a plus b. A plus b whole square means we can write a square plus 2ab plus b square. Third one, a plus b whole cube. This is a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube, and so on. So observe this pattern. Observe, we see that when we have exponent 0, then we have one term in the result. We have exponent 1, then we have two terms in the result. When we have exponent 2, then we have three terms in the expansion. When we have exponent 3, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 terms in the expansion. Means number of terms in the expansion is one more than that of the exponent. Whatever exponent is, the number of term is one more than that of the exponent. Here we have 0 exponent to 1 term, 1 exponent to 2 terms, 2 exponent then 3 terms, exponent is 3 then 4 terms, and so on. Got it? Now, let's see the pattern, how we expand it. These two are the general, simple one. See here, we have in bracket two terms, starting with first term. First term is having maximum exponent. Whatever the exponent is, the first term having is the same. Having the same exponent. Now, after that, exponent is decreasing. Exponent is decreasing of first term, and second term is increasing. See here, a to the power 2 maximum and second one is minimum. Means first term will have maximum exponent and the second term will have minimum exponent. So here b to the power 0. 0 is b to the power 0 is not taken because it is 1. See here, it is decreasing. Now a to the power 1 and second term is decreasing, b to the power 1. Third term, a to the power 0, 2 power 2 power 1 power 0, and b is maximum now. Similarly, here you can see a plus b to the power 3. So a is having maximum power and b is having minimum, that is b to the power. It is not written, I can show you. B to the power 0 means first term will have maximum exponent and second term will have minimum. And as the sequence, the term increases, the power of first term decreases and the power of second term increases. See, here we have a to the power 3, that is maximum, b to the power 0 minimum. Then a to the power 2 decreasing, a to the power 2 and b to the power 1. B is increasing. Now a to the power 1 and b to the power 2. Now a to the power 3, 0 and b to the power 3. So this method is of expansion. Means now we are coming to its coefficient. Its coefficient. How we write the coefficient? Actually, mathematician Pascal has given idea to write the coefficient of different terms. You can see in your book a triangle like is given, slanting 1, 1, 1, 1, and so on. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, like this. See, you can see like this 1, then you have 1, 1, then we can have 1, 2, 1, then you can have 1, 3, 3, 1. So you should see this like a triangle like. So this is called Pascal triangle. Pascal has given the idea to write the coefficients. So it is difficult to learn. It is difficult to learn this Pascal triangle. So we have the idea, another idea to write the coefficients. See how we write. We use the method of combinations. The method of combination I am showing you, like suppose a plus b to the power 3. A plus b to the power 3. How we write? General, first I am showing the general term. First I am showing the general term. Suppose you are given a plus b to the power n. A to the power, a plus b to the power n. Now we have to expand this. So how to expand? Starting with n like this, n c0, nc0, first coefficient, nc, this is coefficient, nc0. And as I told, the first term will have maximum power, a to the power n and b to the power 0. B will have minimum power. Now plus nc1, this will increase nc1, and a is having maximum power. Now this will decrease. So we have a to the power n minus 1 and b to the power 1 plus nc2, a to the power n minus 2 and b to the power 2 plus nc3, a to the power n minus 3 into b to the power 3 plus so on. Last term is ncn and a to the power 0, b to the power n. Finally, this is not visible. So last term is ncn, a to the power 0, b to the power n. This is last term. See, a was having maximum power, it is decreasing in n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, last n minus n, that is 0. And b is increasing power 0, power 1, power 2, power 3 and so on to maximum power b to the power n. Now one thing you have to observe here, that in every term, sum of exponents of two terms is always equal to the maximum exponent. Like here we have power 3. So in every term, if you add the exponent of a and b, you will have power 3. See, here we have a to the power 3, b 0, that is 3. Here we have a square power 2 and power 1, 3. Here we have a and b to the power 2, power 3. Here we have b cube. So at every term, the sum of exponents of a and b is always equal to the maximum exponent that is given on the bracket. Got it? Any doubt, students? Any doubt? Please respond. All right. Let's see. Let's see the general expansion. I am writing a plus b whole to the power n. Now we are going to expand this. As I told, we have to write the coefficients. We have to write the coefficients and the term. So first coefficient is maximum power is n. So we start with NC0. First coefficient NC0 and a to the power maximum, that is a to the power n, and b to the power 0. As I told, in every term, sum of exponents of both terms is equal to the maximum, where n and plus 0, that is n. Second coefficient plus NC1. Now the power of maximum will decrease and the power of minimum will increase. So we have a to the power n minus 1 and b to the power 1. See here, n minus 1 plus 1, that is n. Again, plus NC2, a to the power n minus 2 into b square. The power of second term is increasing. Power of first term is decreasing. So, plus so on. Finally, last term will be NCN. NCN. And a to the power 0 and b to the power n. Means the last term, the first term will have minimum exponent and the last term will have maximum exponent. So this is the expansion. And this NC0, NC1, NC2, NCN, NC3, NC4, these are the coefficients. Like, I am going to give the example. Suppose here we have a plus b to the power 4. Generally, students learn the formula of a plus b whole square, a plus b whole cube, 8 plus b whole to the power 4 is not learned. So, how to find a to the power a plus b to the power 4, a plus b to the power 5, a plus b to the power 10, 13, 50, 100, whatever exponent is. So, we start with 4. So, that is 4C0. See, 4C0 and a to the power 4, b to the power 0 plus 4C1, a to the power 3, b plus 4C2, a to the power 2, b to the power 2 plus 4C3, a, b to the power 3 plus 4C4 maximum, a to the power 0, b to the power 4. I have expanded it. Now find every coefficient 4C1, 4C2, 4C3, 4. So you know how to solve. 4C1 is 1. So we have a to the power 4 because 4C1 becomes 1 and b to the power 0 becomes 1. So a to the power 4 left plus, 4C1 is equal to 4. 4C1 is equal to 4 and a cube b plus 4c2. You can solve like this. 4c2, what is 4c2? Factorial 4 upon factorial 2 into factorial 2. This is 4 into 3 into factorial 2 upon factorial 2 into factorial 2. This will go 2 to the 4, 6. So its value is 6. And a square b square plus 4c3. You can solve. What is 4c3? See, factorial 4 upon factorial 3 into factorial 1. So this is 4 into factorial 3 upon factorial 3. This will go, this is 4 ab cube plus 4c4 is 1, and this is b to the power 4 because a to the power 0 is 1. So you can see what is the result of a plus b whole to the power 4. A plus b, a to the power 4 plus 4a cube b plus 6a square b square plus 4ab cube plus b to the power 4. Got it? So this is how we expand. Now let's see. Here the maximum exponent was 4. So the number of terms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 terms. As I told, what is the exponent of the binomial? The number of terms in its expansion is 1 more than that of the exponent. Now one more thing. If we replace b by minus b, so what is the result? This is a plus b, that becomes a minus b. So what we have? A minus b to the power n. I am writing general. A plus b to the power, a minus b to the power n. The method of expansion is same. Wherever you have b, you will put minus sign. You will put minus sign. And to remember it in general, when you expand the negative sign in the middle, that is a minus b, so every alternate term will be negative. First term is positive, second negative, third is positive, fourth negative, fifth is positive, sixth negative. Means every alternate term will be negative. So let's see, expand this. First we write nc0 a to the power n b. First term is positive. B to the power 0. This is minus b plus nc1 a to the power n minus 1 into b to the power minus 1 minus b to the power 1 plus nc2 a to the power n minus 2 into minus b to the power 2 plus nc3 a to the power n minus 3 into b to the power minus b to the power 3 plus so on. Last ncn a to the power 0 into minus b to the power n. So see, here minus b to the power 0, it becomes 1. So first term is a to the power n. Second term, minus b to the power 1, that is minus negative. So this term minus into plus is minus. We have nc1 a to the power n minus 1 into b plus, here see, minus b to the power 2, minus b to the power 2, minus b square is plus, plus into plus plus. We have nc2 a to the power n minus 2 into b square plus so on. So to remember this, you have to learn that every next term, that is alternate term, is negative. Alternate term is negative. Means first term positive, second negative, third term positive, then negative. Now we are coming to C. General term. What is general term? Means this expansion, how can we generalize? So general term, we write TR plus 1. Why R plus 1? Because I told that in expansion, number of term is one more than that of number of exponent. This is why we write TR plus 1. See, here, check every term. Whatever you take, R is number of term. R is number of term. So this is NCR. NCR A to the power N by B to the power N minus R. This is the general formula. General formula means NCR, which term you are going to find, like you are going to find fourth term. So NC4 here, and as I told, what is the maximum power? A and B. Power of A and B and their sum is equal to the exponent, that is N. Got it? So this is called general term. Got it? Now, one more thing. Middle term. Middle term. What is middle term? Means when you expand a binomial, what will be in the middle? What term will be in the middle? So in the middle term, how to find? A plus B to the power N. So tell me, how many terms will be there in its expansion? How many terms will be there in its expansion? Tell me. If exponent is n, then how many terms will
N plus 1.
that is n plus 1. Good. So n plus 1 term. So number of terms in expansion is n plus 1. Number of terms in expansion is n plus 1. So what is the middle term? When n is an odd, then number of terms is even. One more than odd, that is even. Then number of terms is even. And you know, in statistics you have been taught that if number of terms is even, then we have two middle terms. Then there are two middle terms. Two middle terms. How to find? First, n by 2. Second, n by 2 plus 1. N by 2 means whatever the number of term, suppose number of term is 12. So first middle term is 12 by 2, that is 6. And second middle term is n plus 1 by 2. That is next term. All right. So let's see some practical questions so that you can understand it easily. See, I am taking one question from exercise 5.1. We are not going to solve all exercises because I have told that this chapter is out of syllabus. So we have to just learn the method of expansion, only this much. Next day, we shall start the new topic sequence and series. So in exercise 8.1, we have a question to expand. I am writing first question, given that 1 minus 2x whole to the power 5. Whole to the power 5. We have to expand this. Let's see. As I told, the coefficients, this is 5c0. 1 to the power 5 into minus 2x to the power 0. I am expanding taking with 0. Second one, 5c1, 1 to the power 4 and minus 2x to the power 1 plus 5c2, 1 to the power 3 and minus 2x to the power 2 plus 5c3, 1 to the power 2 minus 2x to the power 3 plus 5c4, 1 to the power 1 minus 2x to the power 4 plus 5c5, 1 to the power 0 minus 2x to the power 5 maximum. See what we have, power 5, number of terms explained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms. Now let's find the value. 5c0 is 1, 1 to the power 5 is 1, minus 2x to the power 0 is 1, means this is 1, plus c, here 5c, 1 is 5 and 1 to the power 4 is 1, minus 2x to the power 1, that is minus 2x, plus 5c2, 5c2 is 10, so 10, you can solve combination 5c2, and here 1 to the power 3 is 1 minus 2x to the power 2 plus 5c3 is again 10. 1 to the power 2 is 1. This is minus 2x cube plus 5c4 is 5. That is minus 2x to the power 4 plus 5c5 is 1 into minus 2x to the power 5. Now let's get the value. This is 1 plus into minus minus 10x plus this is minus 2x whole square, that is 4x square, 4 tens are 40, 40x square minus, see, this is negative, power is odd, 2 to the 4 to the 8, 10 are 80, x cube plus, here see, we have how much? 2 to the 4 to the 8 to the 16, power is positive. 16x to the power 4 minus, here minus 2 to the power 5, that is 32 x to the power 5 is the answer of this expansion. Got it? Any doubt, students? Any doubt? All right. I'm showing one more question. So, in today's lecture, I have told you how to expand the term. Just memorize all these things. How to find its coefficient, that is NC0, NC1, NC2, NC4. So in today's lecture, this much I am leaving for you, and one more lecture I will have for this chapter. I will show you how to find the middle term, how to find the general term. So tomorrow in my next lecture, I will show how to find these terms like middle term and the coefficients and independent term. Got it? So this is enough for the today's lecture. Next lecture I will show it. Okay? Thank you very much.